Systems Day 2. Solve each system by elimination. We have this deal where if the two equations are just lined up so nicely here, with our x terms right on top of each other, our y terms right on top of each other, and our number terms right above, we can use elimination. We can take these two equations, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to add each term together. How does it help us? Well, it has to do with the opposite. Negative 4x and positive 4x are opposites here. So what do we say? We say they cancel. You can cross them off. That would make 0 right here. We don't really have to write it, but we go over here and we think, okay, what would happen if I add up those two y terms? Negative y plus 5y. We can imagine the 1 there if it helps us. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4y. And over here, negative 4 and negative 28, you add those together, you get negative 32. And look at that in one easy step. We just divide both sides by 4, divide by 4. We've got y is equal to negative 8. But are we done? Of course not. There's always a second answer. If you started with an x and a y, you got to go find each one. Now we got two equations here. You can pick whichever one you want. The top one looks a little bit easier, so I'll just choose this one. Negative 4x minus y is equal to negative 4. And what am I going to do with that y is equal to negative 8? We're going to put it right back up there in for our variable y. So that's going to be negative 4x minus, and then we're going to see the negative 8. Put in parentheses if you want. I want right here. And that's equal to negative 4. And what do we notice? We notice our two negatives in a row. We know that's going to change to positive. It's the oldest trick in the algebra book. When you see two negatives, we can just make the big old plus sign. So what do we see? Negative 4x plus 8 is equal to negative 4. We have a little math to do here. We're going to do a little solving before we get our answer. But it's an equation just like any other equation, and we know how to solve it. We're going to do minus 8 to both sides. We'll get negative 4x is equal to negative 12, and then we'll divide both sides by negative 4. And we'll get x is equal to positive 3. That's it. 3 and a negative 8. Worksheet will write it like this. It's a little ordered pair. What other challenges do we face on the second day of systems? What if things aren't as nicely organized, everything where you want it right here? Basically what we're going to do is we're going to put these equations in standard form. What does that mean? We do a little reorganizing, so we've got the x plus the y is equal to the number term. So we look at our first equation here, negative x plus 17 is equal to 4y. Negative x plus 17 is equal to 4y. And we think to ourselves, what's on the wrong side here? I want the x term, the y term, and then the number term. So I wish that this part right here, let's use a different color for this, negative x plus 17 is equal to 4y. Let's jump over here with red and think, I wish that that 17 was on this side of the equal sign, and I wish that 4y was over here on this side of the equal sign. That's pretty easy to do. We just think to ourselves, if we cross the line, we change the sign. So you can take that 4y and put it over here. It's just going to be negative 4y now. And you can take that 17 and put it over here. It's just going to be negative 17. Let's rearrange our other equation. We see 7x is equal to 23 minus 4y. Okay, what's on the wrong side here? I've got my x term on the left, the number term on the right, but it's that y term that I wish was over here, so it's in our same order. That's okay. Cross the line, we change the sign. We see 7x plus 4y is equal to 23. Now you've got two nice equations here, and they're both in standard form. So let's stack them right on top of each other and see what we got. So here we go. My first equation, I'll just rewrite it. Negative x minus 4y is equal to negative 17, and 7x plus 4y is equal to 23. What's so nice about this? Now that you've got that negative 4x and your positive 4x right on top of each other, so you can add them up like our last problem. They just weren't in as convenient of an order. But now that they are, we can just go plus right here and add everything up, because those y terms are going to cancel. That's what we want when we cancel these. So we go up here, we think negative 1x plus 7x is 6x. Those two canceled. We go over here, negative 17 and positive 23 is a 6. And any number divided by itself is 1. X is equal to 1 here. You're thinking, is this problem over? When does this thing end? Not yet. Not until we take that 1 and put it back in one of our original equations here and solve this whole thing. Which equation, where do you want to put it? You got options. You could put it up here for this x, you could put it over here for this x. It's up to you. You just got to pick one of them. Which equation should I choose? I don't know. I'll just choose this one. It's like the easiest one there. It's negative x minus 4y is equal to negative 17. So we're just going to take that 1, and we're going to put it right there. And for x, what happens? It changes to negative 1 minus 4y is equal to negative 17. If we solve that, then this problem is finally over. Get this back here. Negative 1 minus 4y is equal to negative 17. Draw my line back. Alright, so get a different color here. We add 1 to both sides, plus 1. We get negative 4y is equal to negative 16. And we divide both sides by negative 4. Divide by negative 4. We get y is equal to 4. There's our answer. 1, 4. Hey, it's a big problem, but it's second semester Algebra 1. It's just the challenge we face. There's my answer.